Welcome to I Heart Geek.
And welcome to another episode of I Heart Geek. Once again, coming from the Bly Studios, or should we call this I Heart Geek Studio South?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I Heart Geek Studio South. That makes me feel like we're really successful. We have two studios.
Two studios.
Yeah, or something like that. So we wanted to talk Rick and Morty. We wanted to hit this. We actually did a video on this after the first episode, and we said, you know what? There's only 5 episodes this season. Let's hold on.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we did.
Yes, I am too.
My opinion's changed. So let's get into this a little bit. We had 5 episodes.
Yep.
And then we're gonna have a break until early 2020.
Rumored early 2020.
Yeah.
We know how Rick and Morty is. They say it's gonna be a certain amount of time. Usually a little bit longer. Hopefully, I'm hoping that we get early 2020.
However, with that fat contract they got, I think they don't have a choice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So
that's
let's
a big thing.
Yeah, I hope.
So, once again, we're going to be hitting mild spoilers.
Yeah, just
it's Rick and Morty.
Just because we're going to be talking about the episodes, and we're probably going to spoil something. So if you haven't watched them yet, go watch them. Come back and hear what we got to think. So we want to hear what you think.
Yeah, and let's be honest, as Rick and Morty, if you haven't watched the episode 4 or 5 times, you're going to miss stuff.
Yeah.
So I could have watched the episode and I'm still getting spoilers out of it because oh my gosh, how deep this stuff goes. It's just crazy.
That's one of the best things about Rick and Morty.
Oh my gosh, it's this was a Brad thing. Brad's Toys and Games. He was so into Rick and Morty, and he said, "No, you've got to check this out. You've got to check." I'm like, "Oh man, it looks like all those other really bad
Adult
Swim,
yeah,
made for under $500 things." And then I started watching, and I'm like, this is freaking brilliant.
Yep. I first heard about it on a podcast where they were talking about the episode where Rick and Morty die.
That one time?
And then, oh no, you know what? It's a Cronenberg episode where they Cronenberg the world.
Yeah.
They go to a universe where they die, and then they just take the place. They bury the bodies in the back, and I was just like, oh my, this is so dark, and I love it.
Now, but what I think is that it's a plot device. They can use it any time, but they haven't overused it yet.
No, they haven't, and I think they made it a point in an episode where Rick's like, we've only got 2 or 3 of these left, and then we can't do it anymore. So they made it a point to be like, we're not going to do that. We're not going to create some crazy circumstance and just replace the characters and just do that from week to week, which is great.
I think they've done it a lot more than any of us realize.
Oh, I think Rick has done it.
I think with this is probably our 7th Morty at least.
Yes,
I think 7th Morty. I think it's probably our 100th Beth.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And that leads me to this. I feel like that he came back and we have an entirely different family except for Rick and Morty. I think it's a different Summer. I think it's a different mom. It's a different dad.
You think?
I think it is that, and I want to go with this because they went from the overreaching arc the whole time, where Beth and I always forget his name. The dad, they're always getting Jerry. They're always getting a divorce. There's all this turmoil, and now they're just a happy couple again, like they were in the first season. So I think that we're back in where we have a different family.
I don't think so. I think we're in that same family from the end of the episode where Beth thinks that she is a clone. Yeah, and because this...
Talk about a mind screw, by the way. Dear God.
This season makes it a point to show that Rick lost. He lost that whole thing. He lost against Jerry.
And
that's why
he's definitely humbled. He's definitely humbled.
And there even are a few times this season where you get that whole, is Beth a clone? Like at one point he shuts her down.
If you think about it. But what's beautiful about Rick and Morty is if you don't think about it, it doesn't exist. Which is really nice. So this season has taken a really just twist. It's a twist. Yeah. We're going back to the episodic rather than just the one long story arc the whole time. Yeah, like we were talking about with Mandalorian last week, how it's episodic, and then the last couple episodes, it's boom, it brings it all together. And I think that's what they're doing on this. And yes, there's throwbacks like the cats in the universe and all that other stuff. Yeah, that are there for the people that watch the show. However, I like that it's going back to the episodic
story of the week.
Story of the week.
Yeah. I agree. I like that.
I like it so much better.
I think that last season did it a little bit too much, where it played with the whole overarching storyline.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a lot more fun when it's just
absolutely.
Story of the week, and maybe just kind of gives a little bit of hints here and there to an overarching story. I'm definitely sure that we'll see Evil Morty back later this season.
I hope.
I'm sure.
But again, I want it to be an episode. I don't want it to be stretched out.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't want to think, well, is this Evil Morty the whole time, or is this stupid Morty?
Yeah.
I don't know. You know? So what I want to hit real quick, there's 5 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
So let's hit the 5 episodes real quick. And just kind of our quick thoughts about it. The first one was the Death Crystals, which worried me. Because until the very end, I'm like, okay, well, it's going to be the exact same as last season. We're going to have a long, weird arc the whole time. Because that's really what it felt like. It felt like old Rick and Morty.
Really?
To me, it did.
I didn't think so. I think that they did a good job.
I like the Akira references, by the way, too.
The Akira references. I love that every universe is almost a fascist.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can't avoid it.
Yeah.
There's so many, like,
no matter what it's
Hitler, it's fascist. Yeah, exactly. I like that, and I just, I think it was that's where I got the first feeling where I was like, I think they're kind of dropping the storyline.
It was the end of it that it really like, oh, okay, I don't care. I'm going to rub you with butter and throw you inside. Okay, let's do it. I'm like, oh, they're back.
Yeah, here we go.
Because they're just going to kill Morty. It's going to be another one. And I'm happy again.
Yeah.
And I just knew at that moment, I was like, yes. I didn't love the episode. I liked it. I didn't love it. Because I felt like it was just more of the same.
Yeah.
Until we hit to episode 2. Episode 2, it was just a complete miss of everything that was the first one. There's nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so this is what we're doing, and I like it. And that was the death, or the toilet.
Yeah. Toilet episode.
Yeah, talk about the toilet one for just a second.
It's funny because I wasn't the biggest fan of this one.
Really?
I don't like when they get into Rick's feelings. I get that he's a damaged person.
He needs to have feelings.
I just, for me, it was a little bit too much of just like, I saw where it was going.
Everybody knew where it was going.
I'm not a big fan of toilet humor.
I'm a huge fan of poop humor, so I'm good with it. And there's plenty of it in that. It's very much with the feelings with Rick. Mm-hmm. If you ever watched The Office first season,
yes,
it could not have continued if they would have made Michael Scott just this hateable piece of garbage with no feelings.
Yeah.
And that's how he was the first season. And that had horrible ratings.
Yeah.
Second season, they said, nope, never again. And now, every time Michael has at least a learning moment. And that's what they've done with Rick.
All right.
Because they have 100 episodes they have to do now.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really hit home with the guys.
Yeah.
So I think when you say that you don't like the feelings, I get it, but I think that it's necessary.
Yeah.
Okay. So I love the episode. And other than the first episode, I give everything a 4-star, 5-star, whatever rating
I give
we
the whole
have.
season 4 or 5 stars.
I mean, it's been. I think it's the best we've seen since the first season.
Yeah.
The second season was Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day
the
or
heist.
Ocean's 11?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was both because it was the same thing over and over and over. And I liked it though.
I liked it too. I wanted to like it more. It went on a little bit longer than I would have liked.
I get it, but I think it needed another 10 minutes.
Really? Oh man.
Because I think they could have gone a lot more extreme because they were just trying that the scene at the end. Well, what if I did this to you?
Yeah.
Well, what if I did this to you? That got a little repetitive.
I get what they were doing though. Like they were making fun of the heist movies. Yeah.
They're all the same. I mean.
Exactly.
So yeah, pretty good episode.
No, I liked it.
That one wasn't my favorite, but I liked it.
Yeah, I think I was like, it was one of those things where by the end I was like, oh my gosh, but then I was like, you know what, it works.
Yeah, it does. I couldn't complain. And then the dragon episode. Now I was disappointed with the dragon episode.
It was weird.
It was really weird. There were some things that I thought was hilarious. I'll get into that in a second.
Yeah.
But what tweaked me out was I had heard that was the last episode.
So did
for the season.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, and it ended. I'm like, this is how they're ending it. And I was all honestly ready to give up Rick and Morty. Not because it was a bad episode, but because it didn't work as an ending. It didn't. It wasn't a finale. Mm-hmm. But however, throw that aside because there is another episode and it was brilliant. But the dragon episode, he goes, dragons are for Christians that want to say they don't believe in God. And I'm like, amazing.
Yep.
I love dragons and all that stuff. I love it. I love the whole D&D humor. I love that Rick was powerless in the magical dimension.
See, and I think they could have done a lot more with that.
That needed a longer episode.
But just right off the bat, he harnessed magic, and then he was just back in his normal
element.
thing.
It should have been a two. I can see that as, and I think that's what disappointed me because I'm like, this should have been a two-parter, especially if it was the ending of the season. So, but I mean, dragons. I'm never gonna know about dragon. Now the dragon sex scenes were a little much to me.
A little out there, but you know what, they did it. It was funny. Yeah, it was Rick and Morty.
Yeah. And then the final episode we're going to talk about was the snakes.
Oh my god. Such a good episode. Such a good episode.
Which my kids do.
Waiting for subtitles that never came, and it was okay.
How long did it take you until you started inventing your own conversations they were having?
I want to say I was starting to do it right off the bat, and I was like, I'm thinking of what is happening.
Yeah.
And they're going to reaffirm what I'm thinking in my head, but they never did, and then it was just off to the races from there.
But I looked at that to me was the good ender. Nothing happened.
Yeah, no,
I'm okay with that.
That's fine.
I loved Jerry. What Jerry's ultimatum? He goes, either I'm going to save myself and you have to feel bad about it, or I'm going to die and you have to feel bad about it. And I'm like, that is their relationship. Because there's no way Jerry will ever let Rick have the upper hand again.
No. Not again. Not after everything that he's been through.
And
he won.
Horrible.
Like he knows that he can. That's the best thing about this season is Jerry knows he can beat Rick. He may have to go to extremes, and he may have to be the dumbest version of himself that he can be, but he can beat Rick.
Absolutely,
the smartest man in the entire universe.
Yeah, and he deserves it. Jerry is such. Just beat around character. I want to see him win every now and then. Because you feel bad. I mean, everybody hates Jerry. He's
Jerry.
He's Jerry. he is all that is wrong with the universe. But I want to see him win.
Yeah.
So overall, I'm going to call this a thumbs up again. Yeah. We're talking rumored early 2020 is going to be coming back.
Yep. Hopefully, like we said earlier.
Hopefully quick.
Maybe longer, but hopefully early 2020.
Well, because they can't go too far because this big contract they have. They have to do 100 and some episodes.
Yeah.
That's a lot of episodes, and they have to have 10 years to do it. That's gonna take some work.
10 years of Rick and Morty. I'm excited.
Life is good. Okay, so yeah, I think that's about it.
Yep. So make sure that you guys follow us on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. Visit the website www.iheartgeekshow.com. Use the com.
We paid extra for it. I'm never going to say that part. I'm happy now.
And if you're watching this on YouTube, I know you are, please like, comment, and subscribe down below. We want to hear your thoughts and we want to talk to you guys. We have a lot of discussions going on our Facebook, but we would love to hear what you guys have to say here on YouTube as well. We're really close to that 100 subscriber milestone.
If we're not there yet,
help us out. Yeah, hopefully we did Mandalorian last week. Hopefully we're already there. If we're not, definitely help us out, guys. We appreciate it. We have the Redbubble where you can get all your iHeart Geek gear. Right up here too. And the Amazon affiliate link down below. Just place your orders as normal, use the link, and we get a little bit of kickback. It all goes back into the show. So yeah, that's the show.
Until next time, I'm Dub.
I'm Blythe.
Keep on geeking on.
Thanks, guys.
You've been listening to iHeart Geek. Our Twitter account is @iHeartGeekShow. Hope you enjoyed the show.